So the fourth exercise that we're going to explain today is called Dégagés. Disengage. They're also called jeté. Some people call it jeté. I like to call it dégagé. It disengages the foot from the floor. So when you're doing this, the first thing you want to realize is it's not high. It's to reach the toe way far away from you and maintain center at the same time. So she is sticking her foot onto the floor, getting used to the idea of pointing it before she releases the floor, without stopping, of course. So she's going through fifth, she's pushing off, and then she's going somewhat high. And the other nice thing about dégagé is it gets you used to keeping your hips down still. Because remember, this is where your center is. You don't want to disturb that unless you have to. So she's brushing off the floor, dégagé, and then returning back. So let's do it smoothly. So you go out and you return without the knees bending, right? So that means her hip can't go up higher and it can't go down. So this is very nice. Once more. Very good. And also, sometimes PKs are intermixed into this, so she's going to bounce off the floor. And if you'll notice, that makes her leg look very light. Bounce. All right. In other words, it's not an into the floor movement like a tap dancer would give. It's up like it's hot. Go. And up like it's hot. Beautiful. All right. To the side, remember that we're going to be in front of ourselves because we don't have a 180-degree rotation anymore. So she goes out, stop in the middle. There you go. Just go out and stay. Thank you. So there's her rotation. And the side, of course, has two rotations. It has rotation in the hip like the front and back, but it also has rotation to the side. Yeah. So she's going to the absolute end of where side is without lifting the hip. That's a really big deal. Thank you. Very good. And again, toes front. Now, the other thing is when you're on your standing leg, you have to squeeze the derriere here because otherwise you're going to throw your weight backwards, right? So this time she's going to go out, piqué, go, piqué, close back. Close that in. There we go. Better. And out, piqué, close front. One more, don't kill the teacher. Awesome. Very nice. So to the back, the same dégagé. Now, really, at this level, you shouldn't have to work any higher than here. In other words, nothing else should have to move because we're not going that high. So the PK is really just a little bounce, not big, and she's just trying to stay on her standing leg. Go. Good. And again. Yeah, so she's moving her hip a little bit because she's going so high with it, but she really doesn't have to go quite that high, and she's going to keep her square hips. Good for you. And there you go. So as you're working, you're pushing you got several things going on. Go to the side again. You've got to watch your rotation. You've got to push off with the feet. They're getting warmer now. You've got to hold on to where center is because it's on the standing leg while the working leg is doing what it's doing. Right. Good. Good. And she's squeezing to come back in. She's squeezing to come back in. Push the foot, squeeze the thighs. Push the foot, squeeze the thighs. Making everything look light because you're moving as little as possible. Very nice. Well done. Okay, good. That's dégagé.